Hello, I'm Matt Go from house.com, and this is a pair of 2020 ThirtyTwo 86 snowboard boots. Here they are, the 86. It's kind of a funny name because the 2020, the year, the name of the brand, 32, and the name of the model, 86. It's 2020 ThirtyTwo 86. Kind of wild. It is kind of a wild boot. This is what most people would consider to be a more freestyle-oriented boot. Joe Sexton has a select style colorway. It has a lot of little features that make it really well-rounded for park-style riding. But basically, anybody can ride this thing, any skill level, from beginner to advanced level. But you don't have to just ride them in the park. If you like a softer style lace boot in backcountry in the POW, well, here it is. It has a really great amount of board feel because it has very little or zero drop to it, and the sole is very thin. Yeah, the feel and flex is about a 3 out of 10, 10 being really stiff, 3 being extremely soft. It's quite a bit softer than your average style boot, and that's because of the uppers shell panels. As you see, there's a little bit lower of a backstay. This is almost like an external heel counter, and the upper section of this area is actually fairly soft too, but there is double reinforced style stitching to reduce wear when you're ripping around. This is where within the lineup, the 32 boots have a very specific 3D molded style tongue that features gussets. Now you see two different colorways here. We have like kind of like the black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. And then we also have the Santa Cruz collab, which is pretty cool. Has a screaming hand up on top. We don't have the Joe Sextons in yet, but we will. And you can see all these boots directly below in the link section in the description of this video. So make sure to check those out too. Inside of this boot is a really great liner. Now this is an exclusive liner to 32 with the Intuition brand. This is Intuition thermal heat moldable liner. It can be body heat activated, or you can use a heat molding machine to mold these things to your foot. It has an integrated liner lacing system, which is nice, and a nice little locking pull down. It doesn't really look like much, but these things do a really good job at keeping these liner laces locked in place. And that's really, really crucial, because the last thing you want to do while you're riding is like untie your boots to tie up your liner laces that get loose. Usually, not usually, like I don't think I've ever remembered a point in time riding 32 boots where the liner lacing systems ever come loose, which is actually really nice. Now this Intuition liner is called the Comfort Fit, and that's another great thing about the boots is that right out of the box, you can throw these things on and go ride. You won't really have to mess around. You won't have to worry about it. Again, your body heat will actually activate the molding process of the liner, which is cool. There's internal J-bars and then a heel grip, which is basically Velcro on the shell, and integration with the liner, so it kind of stays in place just a little bit better. Now the thing that really kind of, a lot of people that really like about the 86 though is this outsole. Now this is a performance rubber style outsole. It kind of looks like a skate shoes style sole. It's actually very thin, even though it kind of like looks like it's like a inch or so thick. This is just kind of like the sidewall of that rubber. When you go into the boot, it's actually extremely thin. Has a little bit of tread, but it's not too aggressive. But what it does is allows your foot to feel your board really well. And that's why so many jibbers kind of gravitate towards this boot, because it doesn't have a lot of impact and shock absorption properties to it. The sole is fairly thin, but what it does is really helps you to feel what's going on underneath your foot. So if you jib, this is actually a really, really good one. And then of course your foot rests upon this thing. This is a 3D molded style footbed. Has a little bit of an arch support and a heel cradle, not much. Nice little plush top, but it's a big step up from a classic, just laser cut, flat footbed that you find in a lot of boots out there. 32 has been making some great boots for a really long time. This is a kind of a more park-oriented boot that you can still take anywhere from their lineup. That tends to be a little bit softer, but it still features a heat moldable Intuition liner, performance rubber outsole that has really good board feel. This is the 2020 ThirtyTwo 86 snowboard boot, the only boot within the world that's basically just numbers. You can check them out, of course, at the house by checking those links out below. Again, remember that we do price match. Hopefully we'll see you guys on snow. Peace. Thanks for watching. ThirtyTwo is one of my favorite brands that makes boots, and they actually make shoes under the Sole Tech label. They have great fit, intuition, and a lot of different styles for any kind of terrain type or riding ability. Make sure to check out 32atthehouse.com by selecting the links below in the description. Subscribe to the channel there, check out more vids there, and hopefully we'll see you guys on snow.